Hi, my name is Garrett Gregory. I'm a former IRS attorney and current co-founder of Gregory Law Group. In my practice, I represent dozens and dozens of tax return preparers. And what we've determined in our firm, and I don't think I'm breaking any news here, is that tax return preparers are the single most targeted group by the IRS that there is. They are going after tax return preparers both civilly and criminally. Typically what we see in our experience is the IRS will come after return preparers, at least initially, to review whether or not the preparers have followed the earned income tax credit due diligence requirements with respect to any returns they've prepared that contain the earned income tax credit. And for some return preparers, this can be 20, 50, even hundreds of returns. The penalty if they find you violated these due diligence requirements is over $500 per return. So as you can see, the penalty numbers can get very steep very quick. What's new for this upcoming tax season in 2016 is these same due diligence requirements that currently exist with respect to earned income tax credit now also apply to the child tax credit as well as the educational credit. So you now have three potential credits on any one given return, each of which could garner a separate $500, actually a little bit more than $500 penalty. So all of a sudden, a single return could be worth up to $1,500 in penalties for the preparer if the due diligence requirements are not closely followed. And these due diligence requirements are very poorly written, and there's very little training out there to help preparers really understand these rules and what's required of them. Additionally, the IRS can make a determination that you are not properly protecting the e-filing system and therefore not safeguarding your EFIN or your PTIN, and therefore move to enjoin you from practicing before the IRS. This means you can never prepare a tax return for money ever again, sometimes for your entire life. Finally, we've found several instances where the IRS will go after tax return preparers who they feel are true bad actors in the tax prep community and go after them criminally. Of course, here the end goal is to recommend prosecution and try to get you put behind bars in a federal prison. So that, of course, is no fun either. If you have any of these types of problems, and how you're going to know, the IRS will either send you a letter, or in the middle of tax season, they may just walk into your tax office, introduce themselves, and hand you a list of return files that they want to see. If either of these things happen, it is incumbent, it is very important that you immediately seek competent legal representation. Again, we've represented dozens and dozens of return preparers in these situations and would relish the opportunity to represent you if, unfortunately, this were to happen to you. Please consult our website and you can get our contact information. Thank you for watching our video.